morning. Let's take a big breath in, reach it up, make yourself as tall as you can. See if you can add a 1/4 inch to your spine. 1/2 inch. I would be happy to take that 1/2 inch back that I lost. And let's go side to side. Let's stretch out through the rib cage. And let's hold. Big breath in, lengthen through that side. See if you exhale, if you can bend over just a little bit more. One more inhale. Exhale, come up to the top. Going the other way. Long hold, big inhale. See if you can bend over just a little bit more, get a little more stretch. Don't force anything. This is the first thing we're doing. Inhale, exhale, come back to center, and let's circle out the shoulders. Find that mobility. Ignore all the creaks and pops. If there's no pain, there's no problem. And let's go the other way. And bring your hands down to your shoulders. We'll keep those circles going. 4, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lazy backstroke. Okay. Shake it out. Twist just a little bit, see what everything feels like in the thoracic spine. Your hips don't hit the walls. And then bring your hands to your hips. And let's pop it out side to side, tick tock. One more each side into hula hoops. Big, big, big circles. And then reverse. And into figure eights. Maybe 4 each way. So this is 2, 3, 4. Whoop, and reverse. 2, 3, and 4. Coming down to the knees. Notice what your feet are doing. Stretch your toes out and circle around the edges of your feet. See if you can feel your foot stretching, the bottom of your foot stretching. Everything in your lower leg is connected to something in your foot. Or everything in your foot. No, I can't say that. Everything in your foot is connected to your lower leg. But everything in your lower leg that's reverse direction is connected in your foot. So sometimes if you're having foot problems, you can go up the chain. Sometimes if you're having issues in your lower leg, you can go down the chain. There's a lot going on in your feet. So let's circle out the ankles. And with these workouts, if you are challenged by your feet, we can talk about it, but you can also wear shoes while we're jumping. You don't have to do these barefoot. There's no essential merit. I'm barefoot in my house, so I come to the workouts and I do my workouts barefoot. Absolutely, if I was in a gym, I would be in sneakers. So you do what you need to do for your feet. Getting the ankles nice and warmed up is a big part of foot health. So as we do our prancing, we're going to focus on rolling slowly through the foot, nice and controlled. Think about going up and down rather than side to side. There you go. Let's do a few more. Good. And then standing on one foot, let's point your toes down and just wiggle your foot side to side. This takes a lot of control. So if you find your foot wanting to circle, or you're finding your leg doing all this wobbly bit, see if you can just do a few nice and controlled. And then we'll build on that and see if they get faster and smoother. And you don't have to balance for this. You can hold on to something. But you're doing great. Okay, let's switch sides. So spread out your toes, find your tripod, settle over that foot, focus on something that's not moving. This is a lot to think about, right? The more I talk, the less balanced I get. And let's just wiggle that foot side to side, toes pointing down. Good, shake it out. Take your feet nice and wide. Let's go side to side. Think about making sure that outside of your foot is always on the ground. And when you come into this lunge, your heel is down. You're not coming onto your toes. So your feet are in contact with the floor the whole time. And you're nice and easy getting that stretch on the inner thigh. And then hold it on one side and see if you can stretch into that hip and relax. Relax the butt. Relax the inner thigh. Relax everything that feels tense. And then come on up and we'll go to the other side. Same thing, weights over your foot. Glutes are stretching, hamstrings are stretching. See if you can relax through your butt. Don't squeeze the glutes, lengthen them. Good. And then walk your feet in. Let's do our shoulder drops. So you're going to press against your knees and let one shoulder come down as the other one comes up. Take a big breath in. Come down. Let's do the other side. Big breaths. And then you can go at your own pace. If you want to go slow, you can go slow. We're going to hang out here for about 15-20 seconds. So you pace it whatever your back needs this morning. Good. Let's come back to center. Keeping your feet wide, keeping your knees bent. Let's come into a forward fold. And let's hold on to our elbows and go from knee to knee. Thanks. Okay, and then coming back to center, you can hold your knees, short stop position, well, or forward fold position. Let your head drop. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. For the next 45 minutes, your neck is not the control center. Come on up. Okay. Into our, that was our wake up. Now we're doing our warm up. Okay. So remember, we're doing the same thing. We're doing 10 jacks, get the heart rate up, 10 squats, 10 mountain climbers, 5 push-ups, wherever you need to make them easy. That could be the wall, it could be a bench, it could be a table, it could be your countertop. Whatever elevation you need to be at, that's golden. And then 10 good mornings. So 10, 10, 10, 5, 10. So let's start with jacks. They can be low or high. 2, 9, 10. Coming into 10 squats. Reaching forward as your hips go back. 4, 5, 6, nice. 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm going to be on my bench for the mountain climbers. We're doing them slow this week. Remember, we're only doing this for 6 minutes, which means last week we got through about 3 rounds. And we'll do the same today. Okay, and when we've done those, Why am I standing up? Come to the floor, stay on your bench. 5 easy push-ups. And then when we're ready, we have good mornings. So hands behind the head, centered weight over your feet. And we're gonna hinge those hips back and bring them forward. No squatting, just hinging from the hips and coming back. 3. Elbows way out to the side. Okay. Then we come right back into our jumping jacks for 10. Good. Into 10 squats. Don't know why I'm wearing long sleeves. Hopefully it's not so hot where you are. I think we're having an early spring. And we had like 4 feet of snow 2 weeks ago. We have 60-degree weather now. I've lost count, so I'm going to do 2 more. I'm going to stop talking. Okay, mountain climbers. I always do this. I stand up. You can shake your arms out, shake your wrists. 5 push-ups. Find your plank and go. Whew. Hands behind your head. Good mornings. Hinge and pull. This is our lengthen through the glutes. Contract and pull them in. Thanks. Make sure you're coming fully up to standing at the top. And we're into our jacks. Last round. It's amazing how much work you can get done in 2 minutes, huh? Going through 3 rounds. 10 squats. Here we go. Think about reaching forward with your hands, way back with your hips. Okay, mountain climbers. And good mornings. Last time. Here we go. Reach. 2. So if you feel your weight shifting back to your heels, see if you can stay centered over your feet. And do 2 more. Play with it. Good. Shake your wrists out. Circle them. Grab a drink. For weeks 3 and 4, I'm going to go to 8 minutes of that. So we'll be doing about 4 rounds. maybe 4.5 rounds as we get more familiar with it. That's a lot of breath. Not ready to start pogoing yet. So we have 20 seconds of pogos, 20 seconds of side slides, and single leg squats. If your ankles or your feet are bothering you and you want to regress a little bit but still do the movement, just go up and down on your toes, do the heel raises, but fast. Just kind of get some spring in them. Don't take your feet off the floor. And make sure your feet are landing. If you need shoes, make sure you put shoes on. For the side slides, to get lateral movement, if you're not comfortable with that ball change or your ankles are still feeling kind of wonky, even with shoes or tape or whatever you've got, do grapevines. Make it low impact. Just do crossovers. Just get that lateral movement in here. This week we're only doing 20 seconds. So when we're ready, let's go in 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds of pogos. And let your upper body relax. Shake it out. And have 10, well, not even. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds. Can't remember if we did this once or twice last week. You may have only done it once. We're going to go into those side slides in 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Side ball change. It's like a football shuffle run, right? Shovel run, shuffle run. People call it all kinds of different things. And we're done. That's 20 seconds. Again, if that's too much, grapevine. Just get that lateral movement in. Side stepping isn't quite the same. Single leg squats or just little dips. If you need balance, need something for balance, grab a foam roller, grab a wall, grab a piece of furniture. We're going to try doing 20 seconds on the side. I'm starting on my good side. And let's go. Little squats. Your hands can be wherever you need them, on your hips, in front of you. We're just working through the quads and the hamstrings. If you need to touch down for balance, touch down for balance. Whoop. And rest. Okay. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, dip. Good. Knees track with the toes, I hope. What I'm seeing looks good. If you're not on this call, I can't see you. Use a mirror. And rest. Good. Let's get into our workout so we can do things nice and heavy. We are doing split squats. Last week we used a weight in each hand. This week we're using a weight in each hand too. We're going to keep things simple. We mix things up weeks 3 and 4. So grab a weight or 2 weights. So you have 1 in each hand. You can also do this with a backpack on, I suppose. Come into a nice long split stance. Feet are on railroad tracks. They're hip width apart. Now we're going to drop it down and up. Going for about 10. Good. 6. Nice. And switching sides. So sometimes what I see is people push forward and then they slide back and their bodies are moving. I want you to feel like you're in an elevator going up and down. Good. Eight, 9, 10, Okay, coming into our one arm row, we're going as heavy as you dare. Because this is the one lift we've been working for the last couple of months, right? So we're not slowing down on this one. Simple movement, heavier weights. About 10 on each side. Start with your non-dominant arm. Your right-handed start left. And let's go anywhere from 8 to 12, depending on what weight you chose. And when you're done with one side, just go over to side two. Now put your weight down safely, shake your arms out, grab a drink. We have step down and catch, which we did without weights. So grab your step. This is where my workspace starts to get a little messy, but hey, it's life. So step down and catch, one foot stays on the bench. So you're stepping off and catching yourself. Hamstrings and hips are extended. Let's do 6 on each side. Get used to stepping off and catching yourself. So it's a little pause, 3 to 5 seconds at the bottom. See if you can make it more of a drop than a step down. Right, let's switch sides. Woo! Hip wasn't ready for that. Let's try it again. 5 more. Move your step out of the way. If you need the space, we're going to do our dead bug with the chest press. So you're going to be down on the floor, and then we're going to get up because that's life. Okay. I might rearrange these for next week. Okay. Settle in. Take a big breath in, big exhale. Let your back settle onto the floor. Bring your legs up to tabletop. And then bring your arms up, reaching for the ceiling. And we're going to reach and press. We're counting to 16. 6. Each one is 1. Your legs are only going as far as you can keep your back stable on the floor. So if that means you're tapping like this, that's a-okay. That means you're not even touching the floor. We have some work to do, but we can do it. And I've lost count. Let's do 1 more each side. And put those weights down safely. Roll yourself up to sitting. And then standing. Okay. Grab your weights again. 1 in each hand. And bring 1 foot up on something. We have heel raises. Just work your ankles and your lower leg. So we're coming up and down. So think about the front foot is just for balance. And like we do with the prancing, if we're going up and down rather than forwards and back. Good. I've lost count. So the usual 2 more and switch. Calf should be getting pretty tired. Okay. Up and down. Nice and strong. Good. Okay. And while we're standing, we have a set of bicep curls. So we're going to count to 20. 2. Nice and slow. Don't rush. Halfway there. Last pair. Good work. Okay. Okay. Shake your arms out, circle your wrists. Like gripping weights is serious business. If you're feeling it in your forearms, give them a little bit of love. Grab a drink if you need it. We have a plank. So I'll meet you down on the floor. So last week we did plank with the arms. We're going to keep playing with the arms. We did hand taps. I want to see if you can do shoulder taps this week. Okay? So coming down. Oh, how long did we do it? We did about 30 seconds. These are hard. So let's see if we can get to at least 12 taps. That would be 1, 2, 3. Holding yourself nice and solid. Let's do 20. And when you're all done, come into child's pose and stretch it out. Circle your wrists, whatever you need to do. We'll take a little break and go through round 2 after the break. Nice work. I think I'm going to swap the dead bugs with the bicep curls. So we're standing the whole time and then getting down on the floor. So I know y'all know how to get up and down off the floor. That's not the issue. So let's mix it up in this next round and see what it feels like. Oh, one more step. Okay. Back to split squats. Okay. Nice long stance, feet railroad tracks, hip width apart, down and up. Nice. Make sure that back knee is bending. And 8 times out of 10, if I'm stumbling, it's because I'm looking at you and getting distracted. So don't mind me. Good. Back knee is bending. Last one. Okay. One arm dumbbell row. Find your heavier weights you're using. Maybe you're using really heavy weights for your split squats. I don't know. I can't see that well. Here we go. 8 to 12 on each side. Whew. Drink when you need to. Shake it out. Find your step, whatever you're stepping off of. Remember the foot that's still on the bench, it's that same hip that's catching you. So 6 on each side. Hold, 2, 3, and then come back up, however works for you. And up. Last one. Nice. Make sure you're sinking down into that hip and catching yourself. It's like a 2 for 1. You have to push yourself back up. Whoop. Last one. The key thing about that one is you're catching yourself as your other leg is decelerating, and that's where injuries happen. So we're practicing catching yourself so you don't get hurt when that happens. Your tendons get used to that movement. Okay, we are switching up. We're doing bicep curls first, and then we're going to do the heel raises. Then we're going to do our dead bug arms. I remembered. Okay, so counting to 20. Nice and slow with that rotation, curling up the top, all the way to your shoulder. Halfway there. Good. Last couple should be feeling a little harder. So notice if you start wanting to do this, you're done. Don't do that. You're going to hurt your back. Okay, holding on to the weights. Don't put them down. We're coming back to our step ups. Well, not step up, a heel raise. So 12 on each side. Make sure you feel the whole ball of your foot. And when you get to 10 or 12 or whenever you get tired, switch sides. Roll through your whole foot, lift up onto the balls of your feet, all 5 toes working. Good. Okay, let's come down on the floor and do our dead bugs. Yeah, our dead bugs and then our plank. Dead bugs with the chest press. Alternating dumbbell press, technically. Okay, so lying down on the floor, find your spot. I'm happy for a break. Take a breath in, sighing, exhale. Let your rib cage settle down on the floor, let your spine, you shouldn't be pressing it. Your abs are holding you, so make sure you can hold them and still breathe. Let's take our arms to our shoulders. Let's start here this time, see what it feels like. So you're gonna reach, it's a little bit opposite of what we did. It's like starting from a dead start, having your arms at your shoulder with the weights. We're going to about 10 on each side. And when you're done, the weights come down carefully. Remember, you always do you. Plug your knees in, roll yourself up. And we're gonna come into our plank. Okay, pushing back through your heels. Strong abs, engaged glutes. And we do our shoulder taps. Go to 20. So you don't want to be rocking. You want to have your feet a little bit wider. Hold yourself nice and steady. And squeezing the glutes. And when you're all done, come into child's pose and let your back rest. And stretch. Walk your hands over to one side. We're going to do one more round. And switch sides. Let's come up, let's grab a drink. Let's take about a minute and a half before we go back into this. So whatever you need to do, if you need to stretch, if you need to grab more water, let the dog in or out. You guys are doing great. Hopefully feeling stronger. We can play with this next week. Have a little bit more variety in the movement. Same movements, more variety. Okay. Oh boy. Let's take a little bit more time. So split squats, the weights you're using. I like to think we're getting into hiking season. You're gonna want heavier weights as we go for weeks 1 and 2. I'm just gonna keep it like this and then see if I can increase, but we also have different movements we can do with it. So when you're choosing your weights, honor what your legs can do now and see if you can nudge them just a little bit more. So I know most of the time I have 12-pound weights in my hand. Most of the time I'm hiking, or backpacking, I should say. I have more than 25 pounds in my pack. So, so to get stronger for what I want to do, I'm probably going to lift heavier than what I am for doing 20 reps, 10 on each side. So let's go down and up. So sometimes it helps to think a little bit more analytically about the weight you're choosing and what you need to do in your life or want to do in your life. Okay, step it together, other leg comes back, down and up. Your legs should be feeling pretty tired by now. Nice. Make sure both knees are bending. Both feet are working. Good. These weights go down. Let's come to our 1-arm row. If you're getting tired, that's a-okay. It's the third set. You're allowed to get tired. If you can't finish it, you can't finish it. If you've increased your weights and you're pushing it, you might get to 6. Keep good form and do what you can do. Take your arms out. I kid you not, when you're lifting, those forearms get a workout too. Okay, step down and catch. Okay. 6. Remember holding 3 to 5 at the bottom. And make sure you're engaging that hip that's catching you. It's not the front foot, it's the back foot. The one that's still on the step. It's preventing you from falling on your face. And if that's not it, then that's the one we want to get stronger. Switching sides. Sometimes my counting is a little faster than the clock. So if you're not feeling it in your hip, you might try stepping forward a little bit more. Instead of dropping down right next to the step, think about going out a little bit farther. That was our last round. And we will come back to it next week. Okay. What do we have? We have bicep curls. First, you get down on the floor. You're going to have strong arms. Here we go. 20, 10 on each side. Okay, make sure you're not rocking back and forth to make that weight move. You can definitely use your breath. Like I said, by the third set, you should be feeling tired. Oops, we're not putting the weights down. Silly me, do as I say, not as I do. We are going to our heel raises. So 12 on each side. Imagine you can feel that plantar fascia stretching as you come up. 5 toes, 5 met heads, all in contact with the floor, working for you. Two more, 11 and 12. We're all going different paces, that's okay. Okay, you ready to come down on the floor? Grab a drink if you need it, that's fine. Keep your weights with you. Oh, okay. Elbows don't have to be in at your sides. They can be out 45 degrees. You probably don't want them all the way out like a T. So you want them comfortable. Big breath in. Sigh your rib cage down. Make sure your ribs are down. Your spine is in contact with the floor. Abs are holding them. And bring your legs up to tabletop. And let's go. 10 each side, 20 total. Nice. And when you've done 20, put the weights down. We don't need them again. We're almost done. Hug your knees in. Check that everything's feeling good. We're going to do our last set of shoulder taps. Okay. So let's come into our plank and go. Nice strong plank. And when you're all done, that took about 20 seconds, 25. Good. Timing was just about right. Let's come into our child's pose. I'm going to change the camera so I have more floor space to work with. I'm going to put my big weight away. You just hang out and rest. You earned this. Okay. So I'm meeting you on the floor in child's pose. Let your head relax. Let your back relax. Pull your elbows in, palms up, so they're right in front of your knees. And take a couple of really big breaths, trying to expand into your back. So it works a little bit, excuse me, it works a little bit better if your knees are closer together and not wide apart. You want to block your belly. Let that expansion happen in your back. Take a few more breaths here. Relax your neck. And I'm going to take that right arm and turn the palm over, reaching in front of your left hand. Take 2 or 3 breaths here. And then let's reverse it and take the left hand in front of the right. When I'm coming up on hands and knees, let's just rock gently back and forth. Curl your toes under, let your feet get a stretch as you're doing this too. And we're going to take one leg out to the side and rock 5 times. And bring that knee back in, and we'll go to the other side. So your hips going straight back to your heel. Bring that leg back in, and let's slide one arm underneath. Thread the needle, stretch your back and shoulder. So sit back as far as you can. Rest your head on the floor if you can. Or just find a relaxing spot in between. And let that stretch happen, reaching forward with one arm and across with the other. And then coming up, let's switch sides. Let's come all the way up onto your knees, tall knees. So we're not sitting back. And let's lean back. And if you need something to hold on to, you can absolutely hold on for this. You might curl your toes under and get more foot stretch. Let's go for a quad stretch. Just leaning back. I'm going to turn around a little closer. Good. And then coming up, let's reach back with one arm. So I'm going to take both arms up. Reach for a heel. And then look up towards your hand or your elbow. Or even just the ceiling. That works. And windmill back up. We'll go down to the other side. Okay, coming back to tall kneeling, take your hands behind your back, roll your shoulders back and down. So you're pulling your hands down and out away from your body if you can. What we're going to try to do is fold from here and come onto the floor. Stretching out your shoulders. Chest, back, everything stretching. And then carefully bring your hands down. And let's come up to a half hurdle. We are going to rotate. So you're facing over your extended leg. You're going to reach the outside of that leg. And try to relax into that stretch. Whether you can reach your toes, your shins, your knees, doesn't matter as long as you're getting a good stretch. And carefully come up. And we'll switch sides. And then tucking that leg in, so we're sitting cross-legged. Put your hands on your knees. The first thing we're going to do is roll back. Turn your back into the letter C, let it get nice and rounded. And then we're going to rotate forward and flat back. So rounded back as you come around. Inhale up. Exhale as you go around back. Let's do a couple more this way. And then reverse. If it feels better to switch your feet, you can switch your feet. I don't notice much difference, but some people do. Let's do one more. And then sitting cross-legged. I want you to imagine the lottery ticket or the object of your dream is just in front of you, out of reach. And we're going to reach forward for it. And you might not get very far, and that's okay. It's that you're trying. And reach just a little farther. And one more time, just a millimeter more. And then walk your hands in, sitting up tall. Let's do a little twist. Opposite hand on opposite knee. Looking around behind you. And slowly come back to center. We'll switch sides. Lifting up tall, rotating around. Every exhale, seeing if you can go just a little bit farther. And then come back to center. And we are all done. Thanks for being here this morning.